All right. We're going to see how this goes, but basically, this is just after hours here at VCF East. I thought I'd walk around and maybe look at some of the interesting things that's actually going on here in the main hall where Mac 84 and Sean from Action Retro and Mike from Mike's Mac Shack, soon to be called Mike's Mess. I think that'll be kind of funny. Um, just we're gonna go ahead and just take a slow walk around and just look at some of the things that are actually out here on display. Um, it's like a huge ass SGI box. I have absolutely no idea what that is. I'll have to come and talk to you about it tomorrow. It's an Onyx 2, but I can only guess what it actually does. So, but I did like there was a nice Apple III setup here that people could mess around with and stuff. They had it up and running earlier today. That was kind of cool. They have, oh yeah, so all the expensive games are gone, but there was like some very sort of pricey Apple, or I'm sorry, gosh, Nintendo games that were in there earlier. You could actually play some stuff. They had a huge stack of stuff here. There was people there all day playing around. Actually, I'm gonna talk about that machine here in a little while. But yeah, there's like, oh, there's Elisa. Oh my God, why did you leave this on? This poor machine. But it's look at a Xenix prompt, so I have no idea what's going on. But man, I sure hope that they come back to turn that off and it doesn't get screen burning. But yeah, there's a 950. I don't know that I would leave a 950 on either, but maybe they know something I don't. So but yeah, lots of really cool machines. A couple of G4 cubes. I know that gosh, Sean Action Retro brought his as well. So there's a ton of cubes out here being represented, including this cube, next cube. That's pretty cool. A cube and then a just a turbo slate. Um, I actually used to have a turbo slate back in the day, and I donated it to a computer museum just because I didn't have any space. I had actually two of those megapixel displays. Man, they just take up so much damn space that I couldn't hang on to it. I had to move it on down the line. But this is actually a really cool machine. I kind of showed it a little bit in my walkthrough earlier today. That this is a Daystar Genesis MP. So this is like a kind of a cool multi-processor machine. A little bit of the history on this was kind of one of the. I believe this is kind of the first dual processor Macintosh. Um, I think you could get like up to four 604 processors. Um, Pretty pricey way back in the day. This one here, they got it running BOS. That's kind of cool. Just something different. I mean, that's a pricey monitor too. So I don't know, man. I'd be so worried about that stuff. But yeah, lots of funny little stickers and stuff like that. Written and directed by Lily and Lana Wachowski. So if you're a big fan of the movie Bound, I guess you'll get that joke. But yeah, there's like there's more Silicon Graphics stuff here than you can shake a stick at. There's an Indigo 2. There's O2, I think. O2 Plus. Oh yeah, nice, nice, nice. So yeah, but so many beautiful, beautiful dang monitors. I think they had this, or they had I'm not going to do this. Oh yeah, you got to slide it. That's right. Yeah, there it is. So there's me on TV. But yeah, webcam from back in the day. That's pretty cool. They were running the teapot demo earlier, so it was kind of a neat juxtaposition to see those two. So here's Meeg of Rochester. Man, he was working on just a ton of stuff today. So we'll probably see that. Let's walk up the other way. Colin Mister was here. DOS Dude One. Um, he had a pretty neat setup. He's got this board warmer, and he's doing all this other stuff. So he'll be back at 1:30 tomorrow. He's going to do more of those 2.5-inch ID SSD kits, um, which was kind of neat. Actually, you see the yellow or the orange cable going up to the ceiling. He actually blew blew a circuit earlier today. He turned on his board warmer, and it just shut everything down. So they had very quickly had to get him some additional power in here. So I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about these Radio Shack machines and stuff. I mean, they sure are neat looking. TRS-80, sort of a luggable kind of version of all that type of stuff. There's a Model 3. People love those things. But yeah, there's just a ton of stuff. Lots of people had lots of cool things just handing out literature and old books and and things like that. Lots of terminals and all that. Um, Somebody was joking earlier. It's like, hey, why did somebody bring in an air conditioner? So I don't know. Maybe you have to come and ask Ethan all about this PDP 8A. He might know more about it. But anyway, I picked this up at the consignment room earlier, and I was like, at first, I was like, I really didn't know what it was because the plastic faceplate was actually not on it, and it was stuck back behind some other things. But when people in the know, if you read that, it's an M6140. Um, that was or 1640 rather. That was the only indicator of exactly what this machine was for $85. And I was like, oh, holy crap! It's a Performa 575. So I was absolutely like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check and see if it's got a motherboard and stuff in it. And yeah, sure enough, it had a board, and it had the plastics are not looking so great, but you can retrowrite it. But in any case, I went ahead and I pulled the board out and took a look see, and yeah, it absolutely went ahead and booted right on up. So I was pretty impressed. Booted off the drive and all that good stuff. So kind of excited, but there's teletype stuff. You can print things out. We talked to Nicholas earlier today, kind of about all the stuff that he had set up. Oh my gosh, Sean is deep in thought. Sean, what are you working on, brother? I can tell, man. This is I'm not sure what's happening, but it looks intense. I know you were actually working on your Fall 21 earlier today, and I'm really happy it's working. So that's pretty amazing. I had to connect to the internet. Oh, are you playing Colossal Cave? Or what is this? Oh, sorry. Yeah, the bulldozer lowered. Actually, did you stand up? Did you remember to open your eyes when you stood up? Right. Yes. That's you, waiting to see who rusts first. I get it. But so many cool things. So much cool stuff here. It's the cursed Mac. If you follow, and you should, if you follow all of Sean's stuff. I posted this earlier. This was a gift of his. Somebody brought this. If you remember, this was on Twitter, or this was on Reddit, or something like that. But it was just kind of like an April Fool's Day. They had like a whole ton of boxed Apple accelerators and add-on cards and stuff, and that was stuck in there just to troll people. But no, that's Action Retro. That's his Apple One. It's really neat, actually. And he's got a card here. It holds every Apple One program ever made. So I'm sure that's like 512K. But don't forget, hit his merch store, buy some cool stuff. The only way he's going to buy or be able to afford more beautiful screen covers for his TAM is if you guys actually send a little coinage his way. But Mike Stanhope was here with Mike's Mac Shack. Again, Mike's talking about renaming his channel Mike's Mess. We'll see how that goes. But he was actually part of um, the panel, the YouTuber panel earlier today. He had some funny stuff. Funny guy. So if you haven't watched that, you got to go out there on the uh, VCF East website and actually look that stuff up. And look at these beautiful things that Steve printed up. Printed up these super cool things. He even brought his Laser Writer LQ and printed some stuff out on the tractor fed paper. Or Image Writer. Oh, did I say Laser Writer? Did I say Laser Writer? Or what did I say? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I guess all the Laser Writers are LQ technically. So, but yeah. But here's Steve. Steve's doing some late night fixing and things. Oh, I love you too, man. Thanks. But now here's Steve Starmax. He's been geeking out over this thing. It certainly does sound stubborn. Maybe 8.5 is part of the problem. I wouldn't like running 8.5, but there's all of Steve's set-top boxes. He brought both of them with him today. I answered a lot of questions for people about the set-top boxes just because I watched Steve's exhaustive video about those and how he's got the software and everything working on those. So I'm actually pretty impressed. Sorry, man. Oh, excellent. I accidentally scanned your QR code. But here's something. It's the visible SE30. It's got a little LCD screen inside, but it's using like a real motherboard. And what is this? Is what's this card called? Lapis Pro Color Server, which actually just has like a DB15 there on the back, so you just hook stuff up to it. It's kind of neat. So he hooked it up to Apple's worst keyboard ever, if that's possible. So, but I thought this was really neat. Steve was working on this last minute the other night, so it's nice that it all came together in time. But Kevin Moonlight and Chris Lenderman, Chris you might know better as Chris's or Retrotech Chris rather. They actually have like a whole setup of IBM PCs, set of PS2 models. This is like an EduQuest machine. Um, this right here is like an EduQuest machine, and they've got some token ring stuff here as well. But the whole point of this is it's running IBM iClass, and iClass was a tool that a lot of K-12s and a lot of like grade school or K-12 and all that used to kind of manage their IBM PC network. So you might have something cool where everything boots off the network, and then it goes up into an environment so that way that the teacher could like send documents or share their screen, stuff, which was pretty novel back then. It was pretty cool. Hey, it's Justin D. Morgan. No, it's Justin D. Morgan's hat. So uh, Justin was here earlier. We got to talk to him for a few minutes, which was kind of cool. Um, Lots of other stuff here. I can't remember what this was, but there's a like board, single board machines and stuff like that. Some kind of custom solution because it looked like it was running a kind of a version of gosh, whatever the heck that's called. Sonic the Hedgehog, really. Here's the other side of Colin Mister's table where he's got a lot of his different stuff. So yeah, if you like Doth Lab, is like his little website, all that type of stuff. So and then this is also the one of those prototype touchscreen MacBook Pros. It's kind of cool. Oh yeah, and he also I forgot to mention this earlier, but he's got this Sony Vaio, and it actually has like Mac OS installed on it, so it's jailbroke. Which that was kind of cool. Um, also, Chad is over here with him, and he's got this abacus calculator. And I'll tell you what, man, people like just like were like, what? Lost their mind playing around with that thing. I thought it was really funny. But we're kind of here at the end. There's a few things down here. People are working on some different projects and stuff like that. That SGI monitor, not taking the plastic off. Going to keep that thing in pristine shape. So, but lots of SGI stuff all down through here. So anyway, that's kind of about it. I just wanted to get you guys on a quickie tour of the room where Mike Stanhope and Steve and uh, Sean from Action Retro kind of have their things. Oh yeah, there's Quantel paint box. Um, that's pretty cool. It's set up. You can use a film camera to actually capture the little CRT inside there, so that way that you could you know do projects and stuff like that. But yeah, no, that's really cool. There's like all kinds of neat stuff kind of along here, and of course the Weather Channel sort of setup and a Mac TV, kind of the best worst Mac kind of from that era. Really a sad machine, but that's okay. But anyway, yeah, it's like the cable head in and all that type of stuff. It's pretty neat. They broadcast. They do a little thing so that way that they can actually show you, injecting stuff into the signal and then rebroadcasting it. So that's pretty cool. It's all worth checking out, and you'll have to make it down here someday to actually do that. Dave Murray actually had a desk here earlier. He was showing some stuff off of the Commander X16, which is kind of cool. And then Dave's Retro Video Lab was here. I haven't been able to catch him yet. I know he's a busy guy, so I will definitely go ahead and have to talk to him at some point too. But that's really about it. 15 minutes. That's probably a good little live stream. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching some of my shorts and stuff like that. And I'll probably shoot some additional things tomorrow and visit different people and talk to them about their projects and stuff. And I hope that you will join me as I do that. So everybody, have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you all soon. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone.